There are 30 people who are going to be on this Love is Blind season. We will never know who all these 30 people are. It's just not possible. We are just not going to get that kind of content. They're going to get edited out. People are going to get cut. Whoever is going to be our ultimate like 5, 6 couples who will actually know will follow through the journey. But I thought it'd be fun today to actually go through, read the people's bios, and give you my thoughts on if I think they'll actually make it to the main cast or not.
The girls are super nice, and we're all very excited to find our husband.
Yeah, Brittany, who is 25, senior client partner. Oh, and I'm going to put everyone's like little Instagram counts on here and like post-production, just I think it's interesting. Brittany says she's still single because she's keeping her standards high, and that means not be compromising on her poor Christian moral or her distaste for poor dental hygiene. Although she's only 25 years old, Brittany sees herself as wise beyond her years, which has left her feeling frustrated with the casual dating scene in Charlotte. Oh, by the way, they are in Charlotte, North Carolina. While she's still learning to be more patient with potential suitors, she's only truly interested in a serious relationship that could lead to marriage one day. I don't think there's anything wrong with dating for marriage. I feel like I am trying to date more intentionally because I think when you're just dating, see how things go. But like if you're dating for marriage, you're more quick to cut things off when the person's like matching you and what you want. And I think that's totally fine, totally good. And I feel like 25 is completely reasonable to be dating like that. All right, Brittany, I can see you. Okay, so Brittany looks like she's maybe like 5'7", 5'6". She's cute, maybe a little bit more petite. The pink jumpsuit is an interesting choice. I don't know. I feel like she comes off too hard with like the hard-hitting questions, being like, hey, tell me about yourself. Like, I think it might be a little too strong. Alejandra. Okay, Alejandra. Alejandra is 28, financial consultant. She says being single is a choice for Alejandra, who refuses to settle when it comes to finding true love. Okay. See, like I relate with Alejandra on this because a lot of people will try to say, oh, no. Like, why are you single? What's the problem? Is it you? No, babes. I could be married up and booed up right this second if I wasn't selective. I think that's what people miss about the whole like single girl narrative. It's not like we're not attractive enough. This girl's gorgeous. It's not like we have employed enough. She's a financial consultant. She makes the money. No, it's because we know our standards and we know our worth, and we're not just for everyone. And I don't think people should be for everyone. I think it's a problem to be for everyone.
Making sure that I'm my biggest priority and constantly working on being a better version of myself. Sorry, we have to start over.
Okay, so Alejandra does describe herself as an alpha woman. Alejandra is looking to meet her alpha male match in the pods. Okay, we're going to continue reading before I get more thoughts on this. Her ideal guy is very strong, confident, and a natural-born leader who she can follow confidently through life's ups and downs, but he's also must be emotionally intelligent and able to effectively communicate. Alejandra admits that she'll snap if a guy doesn't close the toilet after flushing, but she knows that everybody, including herself, is a work in progress. Okay. I'm most proud of the personal growth I made over the last few years to take care of myself first. She says, I'm constantly working on being a better version of myself. Okay, positive things. Love to see some body diversity. The curves are curving. Alpha woman looking for alpha male. I am silent on this because that scares me. Like, this literally scares me to hear that she's an alpha woman looking for alpha man. She snaps, but it's been working on herself. I'm not convinced she's actually been working on herself. I did do a little looky look on her Instagram here, and I don't know. That's not the vibe I get. I don't think she's married. That's all I'm going to say. I don't think this show works out for her, but we press on. We continue. We have Amber Desiree, 80 for short, 33, real estate broker. For her, asking really surface level questions about her physical appearance is a turnoff in the pod, as it should be, okay? Because like the show's called Love is Blind. It's not called I see it, I like it. Fair. Instead, she's looking for that forever type of love that stems from a soul connection, as she's wasted enough time on men who haven't been ready to commit. Timing just has not been on my side. She says, I've always been ready, and then I meet people who are either halfway ready or lie to me. Okay, so two things. If you listen to me forever, if you think they are the right person, but it's the wrong time, they are not the right person. If you think they are the right person at the wrong time for you, also not the right person. That's not how it works. All those things have to come together for it to work. Otherwise, it's not. And I feel like she just gets a sense where she tries a little too hard to make things work when they aren't. So I think she'd be one of those girls who does end up being on the primary show and like wants it to work so hard, but it's just not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, AD, but that's my that's my bet for you. Her ideal guy is empathetic, smart, masculine, and just overall a good person who can handle her tendency to be a bit pushy at times. Okay. Former cheerleader. She wants someone who can join her in the mornings for morning workouts, where she can be found 4 times a week. Ultimately, respect and friendship are at the center of her ideal marriage, and she's not going to sacrifice her integrity for love.
I'm not going to sacrifice is my integrity. I'm a strong, proud Black woman. I stand strong in the things that I believe in.
Okay, so I know that she wrote a really short blurb, but like this makes no sense to me, okay? So she wants someone who's empathetic, smart, masculine, a good person, goes to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, and has respect and friendship at the center of her marriage. And she's not going to sacrifice her integrity for love. So what's her integrity? Like, is she talking about her boundaries? Because like saying that you tend to have a habit of like being with guys who lie to you, or I don't know. I'm just curious to see what she will not bend on, if she'll stick with it, and what are those things. That's all I'm saying here. Mackenzie, 25, makeup artist. I don't really like her dress. I always wonder where they find these outfits because they're always like this weird satiny material that gives you bridesmaids dress that you try to re-alter. You know, they're very weird. She's a former high school athlete. Mackenzie racked up thousands of points on the basketball court back in the day. I think it's weird when people reference high school achievements as an adult. College, I'll let it go. Say you were a former college athlete. Say you were in your college Model UN team. Say you were in your college's a cappella group. I will not be mad. But high school, I just always feel it's weird. She is a 6 foot tall woman. Okay, so she got some height on her. I'm 5'9". I'm 5'8", 5'9". Can't exactly relate. She's saying her height hasn't helped her succeed off the court. Of course it's not. It's hard dating. So when it comes to dating, I've had to realize that I will probably need to start dating someone who's exactly my height, maybe an inch or two taller, because there just isn't a lot of like tall men. If that's something you super, super desire, it's just not going to happen for you. And if you're 6 feet and you want someone who is 6 feet or taller, that is much harder. And I get so upset. And if you see this girl, you know who you are, where girls who are short, I mean like under 5'3", who exclusively want to date men who are 6 feet or taller, babes, why? And I do think it's weird when guys are that tall who want to date smaller. Like, have you ever been around like your nephew or someone who's younger than you, like a child? Like, that height differential is insane. So it just always has weirded me out. I'll probably never get over it. But if you are 6'2" and you're single and a good empathetic person with employed, please let me know. The DMs are open. She says that Charlotte is very hookup heavy. All the dating scenes are hookup heavy. You just have to move on and push on. She's looking for someone who is godly, empathetic, and caring. She wants to be a mom, so that's really important. Mackenzie, 25, makeup artist. I don't really like her dress. I always wonder where they find these outfits because they're always like this weird satiny material that gives you bridesmaids dress that you try to re-alter. Be there for either of them, and there'll be a quick little goodbye in Mexico moment. Amy C., PR director, with only one long-term relationship under her belt. It's fine. It's chilling me. Like, no mad at you. I feel like people are either in one long-term relationship or tons of little situations. It's fine. Amy knows she's going to need to step out of her comfort zone to meet her person. I want someone who's not only my best friend, but also pushes me to be better every day. That's cute. She says in the past, if Amy didn't feel a spark in less than 5 minutes, she wouldn't put in much effort. Okay. Like, the problem with people is I feel like sparks are anxiety. I'm a firm believer that if you feel butterflies with a person, that is a stress response. You do not feel safe. but you should still be feeling interested to pursue something with that person. If you don't feel it, there's no point in forcing it. So I have like a 2-date rule. First date, hey, do we get along enough? Do you not seem crazy or insane? Second date, let's see if something can build. If not, we end it. I mean, there's no point in wasting your own time. Like, you can continue doing 4 or 5 dates, but if you don't feel it, you don't feel it. She wants someone she can be more vulnerable with and let her walls down. Unfortunately, I don't think Love is Blind is the kind of show where you have the time to let your walls down, because like I'm not immediately open, right? So it takes a lot for me to get there. But with Love is Blind, you have to get there so quickly. I don't know if she's gonna do it. I don't know if she's gonna do it, in all honesty. Another person who really wants to have kids. Okay, this is interesting. I've never really read the bio, so I've never really seen if like children is a deal breaker for most people, because it never comes up in the pods. Like I don't have any memory of anyone being like, I need to have a child today. If we don't have a child today, I'm like not gonna be on this fucking show. I just haven't. It has never come up. Maybe production edits out. It's all possible. Sarah Ann, 30, customer support manager. Sarah Ann is something of a dating unicorn in 2024. Okay. I have never used a dating app in my entire life. Not once ever. Okay. I assume she goes out a lot or is in long-term relationships. Being single for the last 4 years has primed Sarah Ann to make the most out of the experiment, and she's looking to break some bad habits. Okay. So she has been single for the past 4 years because she's never been on a dating app. Okay. I feel like people say like, I've never been on dating apps, and like that means you must have been dating. You can't be like, oh, I've been like single for so long, I've never been on dating apps, and like it's just me. Like it just means that's why they exist. Okay, that's why dating apps exist, for people who have trouble meeting people in real life. That's what they are. If you can meet people in real life, go off, do you, boo. I'm so proud of you. But for those of us who have trouble meeting people in real life, that's why dating apps come in. I built up the ideology that I am independent, I can do everything on my own and don't ask for help. That can be a deterrent to men because everyone wants to feel needed. She's searching for a thoughtful, funny, extremely playful guy in the pod, someone who will embrace her religious life, as faith is not something she's willing to compromise on. Okay, this is interesting. So I don't know anything about Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina is one of the cities I was interested in moving to because I work in finance, and North Carolina is a big like financial services sector. But I did not realize that we had this many religious people. Even like Houston, Dallas, people weren't this religious. And the headstrong thing. Oh, it's gonna be so interesting. I don't even know. Huh. I don't know. I don't see this working out for her. Okay, Danette, 33, flight attendant. Danette wants to build a strong foundation with her future husband and a beautiful home on top of it to flex her DIY skills. Okay. She's actually wearing a cute little dress that I actually approve of. Adorable. Sarah Ann, 30, customer support manager. Sarah Ann is something of a dating unicorn in 2024. Okay. I have never used a dating app in my entire life. Not once ever on, and believe she can do anything. Even her ideas might seem wild. I'm unwilling to sacrifice being me, and that's just all around crazy adventurous person who's very spontaneous. Okay, definitely see her getting picked. Suni, 34, business analyst. She is ready to get into her main character energy. Okay, sweetie, I think at the age of 34, you should probably already be in your main character energy, but we'll let you continue talking. I want to be more of a lead in my story versus a sidekick. In my past relationships, that's how it's been for me. I've learned that not everybody has the same heart as you, and that was a really tough lesson for me to learn. That's why Suni can't wait to meet a supportive and loving man who is ready to start a family. Again, starting a family. Every time, starting a family. She's confident she'll be able to spot the real deal in the pause, describing herself as a pretty intuitive person who can easily read others' emotions. It would be a beautiful thing to just share a life with someone who never makes you question who you are or your place in a relationship. I need to know what these men are like because I don't know. I'm very cautious. Laura, 34, account director. Laura's tried every other avenue to find love, and now she's come to Love is Blind with high hopes for establishing. She's looking for a real man over a mama boy in the pods who wants to settle down and tie the knot. She's still learning to lean into compromise, especially when it comes to household chores. She's clashed with partners about her extremely particular cleaning habits. Aside from a spotless home, a shared appreciation of music is the quickest way to her heart. When she's not climbing the corporate ladder at work, Laura loves to attend music festivals around the world. Okay. I'm going to give this a no. I don't know. I just don't see this working out for her. Jessica, 29, executive assistant. If you tend to judge a book by its cover, you'll likely miss out on Jessica. Okay. I think it's because she's wearing a tight orange dress that is on her hips and her boobs are pushed all the way up. But thank you so much. Yes, I would have totally missed. You had a great personality. I was too busy looking at your boobs. She has a funny and goofy sense of humor. She's always the kind of girl who's gonna laugh and a jokester. Jessica is ready to push past any reservations and lead with vulnerability in the pod. She's never really given someone the chance to fully know her. If she does forge a connection there, her future husband must embrace not only Jessica but also her daughter. Okay, so she already comes ready with a child. I don't think we've seen too many people who had children before, or we've had seen divorces, but no kids. So interesting. But now she's ready to put herself first and experiment to find the right person to join her loving family. Okay, Jessica, I hope we get to know you. Danielle definitely becomes a couple. I feel like all the promos, I see a lot of her. To me, that's a sign that they definitely expect her to get partnered. She works in corporate communication. She brings masculine energy and emotional maturity to the conversation. I don't know what's with all these women who are... I am going to say I do think something's wrong with this. I don't think I want to be the woman in my relationship or an equal. I don't want to give off masculine energy. I want to do nothing. I'm a princess. I don't do fuck all. Most guys she meets these days seem intimidated rather than motivated by her professional success. She's looking for a manly man who can keep up. In addition to her marketing career, Danielle is also in the Army Reserves. Okay, that explains a little bit more. Which says surprises people. They're like, you're in the Army? Danielle is also very fatigued about dating apps. I feel like that's the theme. Everyone's just really fatigued about dating apps. I'm fatigued about dating apps. I just think the name of the game at this point. It's hard to find someone on the same page and as mutually invested in you as you are in them. That's why we have situationships now. Having just moved to Charlotte, Danielle started a new life in a city without knowing anybody, and she's proud of herself for being resilient throughout the entire process. While she's not looking to compromise on her freedom, Danielle knows that there's a guy out there who wants to take the next step together. I do think it's wild to apply for a dating show when you just move there. What if you don't like it? Chelsea, 31, flight attendant and event planner. Chelsea feels like she's been preparing for this show for her whole entire life. She's looking for a forever person, travel buddy, best friend, and husband. But don't get it twisted. Independence is key to Chelsea's ideal relationship because of her passion for solo traveling around the world. Still, she loves to have someone tag along for spontaneous adventures, especially if she's the one navigating, because driving isn't one of Chelsea's strong suits. Guys who just want to sit around all day and play video games get on her nerves because she's all about going outside and exploring the great outdoors. Other pet peeves, following too many women on social media, smoking, and love bombing are all red flags for Chelsea. She's ready to give the green light, but only to the right person, someone who can break down her barriers and connect on a more intimate level. I don't know if you could tell, but I really hated that bio. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't know why men aren't allowed to have hobbies like playing video games. That's how yours would be going outside. You guys I don't know if you don't know this, but you're allowed to do different things from your partner. You guys can share interests, but you can also have separate interests as well, and that's okay. But for some reason, I feel like she'll get chosen just cause all stress. Amy, 28, e-commerce specialist. Modern romance left Amy feeling hopeless about finding love. I don't go on dates. Chelsea, 31, flight attendant and event planner. I relate. I'm on all the dating apps. I'm on Hinge, Bumble. She's drawn to creative types. She's looking for a soulmate. She learned how to play the ukulele during COVID and spends her weekends singing karaoke and would love to find somebody to collaborate with and share their passions, above all else. Amy's future partner must not only get along with her family, but also establish a really good connection with them and her culture. Okay, to me that screams she normally dates. Okay, give me a second. Okay, Amy has 2,400 followers on Instagram. I'm just trying to figure out what her culture is. I don't like, again, I don't mean to be rude, but she seems white passing to be like American white passing. So, okay, it's her in the pods. Okay, her in La Vie is Belle. Okay, her in Paris. Her in Tokyo. Okay, Paris again. Epcot. Tennessee. What is her culture? Francia donde la gente camina con elegancia. Okay, so she's Hispanic. That was Spanish, right? That was totally Spanish. Yes, that was Spanish. Okay, so she's Hispanic. Okay. We figured out, we solved the mystery. Amy is Hispanic, and that must be her. Sorry. She is some type of Hispaniola. You guys can correct me as you wish. And that's her culture. Also, Chelsea, 31, flight attendant and event planner. Okay. Yeah, see me. I see that. Yes, you are out here always trying to take a cute photo. So we see it. She's a very big traveler as well. Going through her Instagram, it doesn't give me I'm ready to settle down and get married. Maybe she is, but I do not get this vibe from this at all. She still has so many photos though. Most people like have deleted all these photos at this point, but she has so many. All right, Amber. All right, is anyone triggered from Amber from season 1? Amber is in medical device sales. Prior relations made Amber realize how important trust is to a genuine partnership. It's one of the fundamental tenements. If you cannot trust your partner, it's not going to work, no matter how hard you try. That's a big thing I haven't had in the past. A deal breaker would be someone who has cheated. All right, so last season meeting, what's his face? It's funny how important these people are in your life, and you can't even remember their names, but it was the black guy who was like, oh, wow, you've cheated. You must be the most garbage person, and then proceeded to like be mean to the girl. Anyway, she is extremely close-knit family. Amber FaceTimes with her family almost every single day. That's a lot. Falling in love, silently might be a risk, but dating guys on Hinge is just as daunting for Amber, who wants to spend her life with a compassionate and confident man. This opportunity is amazing because it removes what we don't like about the dating world nowadays. It's all about really getting to know somebody for who they are to the core, which is what makes a relationship last. Just, I don't know, sometimes just kind of generic. I don't get any real vibe from her. Nothing characteristics. Maybe she's one of those couples that gets like engaged, but they don't follow. Ashley, 32, nurse practitioner. Ashley is a type. It's the pretty boy player at that old age, wild, who doesn't treat her right. Now she's ready to make different dating decisions to only meet men who uplift her. In my past relationships, guys who have felt like I was too good for them because I'm goal oriented. I refuse to be with someone that dims my light ever again. It's a tenement. There is nothing wrong with being goal oriented. And if a guy feels that way, that is wild on them. Also, wild of them to even say that to you. I digress. Finding a considerate and positive gentleman who puts her first is a priority moving forward. And hey, if he happens to have a sparkling smile, it won't hurt, because Ashley's biggest fear is that his teeth aren't going to be nice. I'm investing in my teeth this year, so we're trying to get them a little straighter and a little wider, and those are like my teeth goal. I feel like you have to put all your energy in like a specific goal versus like trying to do everything. So my teeth are my goal right now. The world does not revolve around Ashley, contrary to popular. All right, Amber. All right, is anyone triggered from Amber from season 1? Amber is in medical device sales. As love as the one thing missing in her life. I literally have everything. I have the dog, the house, the career, and the family, but I just don't have my person. That's why I'm ready to go head first into this experiment. I'm not mad at Ashley. I can see Ashley making it, but this all depends on who the men are like, because obviously if the women are great but the men don't match, like it won't work out. Okay, so let's get into the men now. Matthew, 37, senior financial advisor. He looks like a discount Brayden, or maybe Brayden's a discount him from The Bachelor. That's what Brayden looks like. You cannot tell me these men are not the same guy. Also, because I think Brayden worked in finance. No, maybe I'm thinking of like Okay, whatever. Some white man. Matthew knows he's been emotionally guarded when it comes to past relationships, and that's why he's choosing to confront his issues head on with Love is Blind. When life presents you with an opportunity which takes the weakness and exposes it, how can you turn it down? If it's really important to find that special someone, if it can tear his walls down, Matthew is looking for an intelligent, caring, considerate, hardworking, and driven woman who won't mind his boxer dog sleeping in bed with him, but he's ready to pull it all on the line and be his perfect match. Adding, I don't think there's anything that I wouldn't sacrifice to find the right person, and my commitment to the experiment is evidence to that. 37 and still emotionally guarded, concerning. Hella concerning. This is very giving me, it's the right time for me, and I will take anyone. So I think we will see Matthew exit the pods. I hope he went to therapy. So one of my red flags is not going to therapy. You don't have to consistently be in therapy now. Okay, we all have an ebb and flow, but you need to have gone and understand the skill sets for it. I don't know Matthew, but you know what? There's tons of, apparently all these women are intelligent, caring, and driven, and considerate. So you have your whole pick of the litter, Matthew. Kenneth, 26, middle school principal. Kenneth's relationship with God and his family come first, and he's looking for a partner who's aligned on both a priority. But I know some couples who comes first is very important to them. For some people, most people, it's God, faith, family, right? Like God, family, friends. For some people, you expect your partner to be first, and that's how things went. But he's like literally leaning in with that. And I think there's a lot of people who seem like godly people. I feel like he'll find his person. His perfect woman is caring, compassionate, intelligent, nurturing, and most of all, just as in who they are. Okay, I feel like all men say this. Kenneth immediately takes note of self-serving behavior, which is a major turnoff. Okay, what's a self-serving behavior? Like, if I was like, oh, I need to get my nails done or hair, like, what's self-serving? I'm very curious about that. A red flag for me is when I see signs of no empathy or compassion. He says, as a middle school principal, those qualities come naturally, Kenneth, who's now at a stage in his life to let a woman give them back in return. I want to find someone who I can see and say, I love you for you and you love me for me. He says, once this is secure, we can build off that foundation. I'm going to give Kenneth a no. I wouldn't choose him based on his bio, and I don't think these girls would choose him. Okay, Austin, software sales. He's one of the only guys I've seen so far who's been wearing jeans. He really went casual for his little photo shoot date, so... Okay, Austin is a bare bones kind of guy. All right, makes sense. Who appreciates life's simple pleasures. Okay, is he an outdoorsy type? Maybe he's a good fit for Amber, you know? But he's also software sales. It means he spends time by a computer. Oh, Amber might not like that. One thing I love to do with my partner is just have a morning conversation over a cup of coffee, open and honest dialogue is a non-negotiable for Austin, whose ultimate deal breaker is when people don't communicate their feelings well when things are bothering them. I relate to this. I'm not a good shutdown person. I feel like we can have the moment to talk about things now. One thing in my things that I do not do like the breaking up, getting things back together thing. When you are in a relationship, you are in a covenant of respect and honesty, and this is the best opportunity that we have to talk about things. The moment we exit it, we have basically said, I no longer feel invested in making these things work or discussing things with you. Austin says his best quality is his ability to stick to things that he loves, including playing the guitar, regularly attending music festivals, and practicing and jiu-jitsu, which he's been doing for over 8 years. If you don't know, Love is Blind basically is matchmaking. They aren't blindly picking 15 men, 15 women, seeing how things are working. No, they're picking people that they think could have a connection with other people. So maybe they saw Austin and like, okay, he likes this, so like he might be a great fit for Amber or Julie or da-da-da. And that's how people get selected. Jamal, 32 store director. I think it's interesting that everyone has an Instagram so far. Let's just look at Jamal's real quick. Okay, Jamal has 5,600 followers. Okay, that's a little high. Creative director, photographer, media services. He posts a lot. Posts a lot of TikToks too. For a while. Gentleman brand. Okay. Definitely giving wannabe influencer. Interesting. Okay. I love going to people's Instagrams. It's so fascinating. Okay. Jamal is, like I said, 32 store director. Jamal is looking for dating and ballet don't come with a manual. If they did, he would have mastered them by now. All right. Having swiped his way through his 20s, at this big age, I'm ready to find love in this experiment because I'm tired of dating. I'm someone who has experienced a lot in life, so at this particular juncture, it's the right time for me to become a husband. Okay, so we're all over dating now, right? So what's the next strategy? Like, what's the next point? What are we going to do if we're just all as a unit over dating? He was raised in a tight-knit household with strong Christian values. Okay, cool. We have tons of Christians for you. Looking for a family-oriented soulmate who can blend well with his Jamaican and Liberian community back home, and hopefully she won't mind his habit of bursting into song as he has a tendency to belt out Chris. Red flag. If you say you have a habit of belting out Chris Brown with your full chest, I don't like you. But Jamal knows his true love will embrace him fully as he's searching for someone who is able to receive him for who he truly is. Sure. Okay. Jimmy, 28, software sales. Jimmy is so ready to get married. In fact, he has been for a while now, but dating in the real world just hasn't been working. Okay. I know we all say dating in the real world just has not been working, but what hasn't been working about it? If we're all this exhausted and all this tired and all don't want to do it, of course it's not going to work out. If we're all just like swiping and like half-heartedly, like it's just not going to work out with all this energy. I think it worked so well when online dating first started because people have all this energy, like, oh, like let's go meet, let's do something, and now people just want to be like, just fuck around, you know? Okay. As a first-generation college student on both sides of his family, Jimmy is hoping to meet a woman whose ambition matches his own, and if not, he says he must at least push him to be the person he wants to be. Why aren't you already the person you want to be, Jimmy? Otherwise, Jimmy says he's very open-minded when it comes to dating, and a self-admitted loud snorer he's hoping that his future partner will be too. Very dull, very bland. I could see someone partnering with him. Okay, a woman who is a little bit of a tomboy will catch Finch's eye as he's totally sucker for girl next door types. All right, fine. How do you even feel that from like not seeing someone? I feel like girls next door is totally a look. Ideally, Vince will connect with a good Christian girl in the pods. Bet all of them are good Christian girls. Past commitment issues have plagued Vince's relationship, so he's drawn to an experiment where everybody involved is looking for their person and to settle down for the rest of their lives. As a former captain in the U.S. Army turned attorney, he's a disciplined guy, except when it comes to doing laundry. Okay, so this would be a nightmare. Maybe he'll end up with, was it Amber? It was one of the girls who was like with the cleaning problem, so maybe that'll be our drama. But he more than makes up for it in the kitchen, as his favorite thing to do with his partner is cook meals, what he calls their most romantic thing. Okay, cool. Hopefully this is what she appreciates. So hopefully find someone whose love language is cooking and not you cleaning up. Clay, 31. Enterprise sales entrepreneur. Again, that word entrepreneur, it just bothers me so much. Because what is an entrepreneur? Anyway. All right. Okay, it's a long one. Adaptability is at the top of Clay's list when it comes to qualities looking for in a partner. Relationships are a roller coaster. I need somebody who's going to stay with me through the test of time. Okay, so he wants a girl who wants to put in the work and go through the struggle. Not for me. I don't like it. Don't see this lasting for him. Cleanliness also ranks fairly high, as Clay has no patience or bad hygiene. If you're smelling bad, I'm going to tell you, he says. However, he's already worked on his overly blunt delivery, which has been a point of contention in past relationships. But at the end of the day, Clay won't compromise on being himself. Okay, yes, queen. Eye roll if you can't tell. I think it's a little dark now because I'm recording in the dark and my light died. So we're just going to keep it pushing. But at the end of the day, he's looking for his soulmate who isn't looking to change him or his self-admitted huge ego, which he knows could annoy his potential wife. If you know this could be a really big bothersome to people, why aren't you working on it? Like, I love when people are like, I want someone who takes me as I am, like just lets me be. If what they're letting be is awful, do you not want to fit? I don't know. I just can't. I got myself a house. I got myself a good job. This is the moment when I'm ready. Again, one of the guys who are like, feels like they're looking for someone who is ready when they are versus like trying to make themselves available. Great example. Because if you think you having a house and a good job is enough for a marriage partner, it is not. Women can provide that for themselves. So good luck, buddy. Nolan, 31, management consultant, red flag. Cat ladies need not apply. Love it when you lean forward with a do not. As Nolan says, feline friends are an absolute deal breaker after one bit him on the head as a child. I can also not do cats. I'm sorry. I'm allergic though. It's just not a weird thing I have held over my head from childhood. I was also cut by a license plate when I was younger by running around with my cousin. But you don't see me out here being like, I don't drive cars. Otherwise, he's really ready and willing to open up to all that love is blind has to offer because he's truly here to find a wife. Okay, bet. Love, loyalty, faith, friends, and family. And someone who doesn't mind if he disappears to the golf course for hours at a time. Again, management consulting, red flag. Are the qualities that he's looking most for in a partner. I want someone that loves love as much as I love love. Someone wrote this for him. Someone wrote this for him. He's a liar. He says, in Nolan's past relationships, his overly high standards have been a detriment, but he just won't put up with anyone who's not serious about their future. That's why he's not playing around on the pods, adding, I really hope that there's someone on the other side of the wall who's looking for a husband. What are we here for? What are we? I just want to know. I just want to know if I am not here for a husband or someone to settle down with, what am I here for? Are we all just saying we're all fakes? If we're all just fakes, why are we trying to go on a show where we think everyone's going to be a fucking fake? 1,600 followers. Does not have that he's on Love is Blind in his bio, but he does have a post for it. At the golf course, lots and lots of golf photos with this one. I mean, I guess he's telling us he's a golf guy. Seems like the worst, so I hope he doesn't make it. And for anyone to say, like, how can you tell by someone's, like, Instagrams? Your Instagram is what you choose to present about yourself. So you're willfully choosing this life. So I don't know what you want. Like, you're self-selecting. Trevor, 31, project manager. But now he's done with all of that and ready to commit to his forever partner. Who writes these for your forever partner? She must just... But now he's done with all of that and ready to commit to his forever partner. Okay. She must be just as driven as he is because a red flag is someone who has no goals. I relate to this, but it's just very interesting to write your bio. And if she can keep up with his physical and fitness routine and ignore his habit of chewing ice while watching TV, Trevor is looking forward to starting his new chapter of his life with his wife and 3 dogs who are like his children. Trevor has a major soft spot for kids as he worked as a caretaker for children with disabilities directly out of college. Okay, that's cute. Sweet aw moment. I'm very patient with them. He says, I love interacting with kids who with special needs, and I worked at camps with an array of kids with Down syndrome and or autism or spectrum. Okay. Again, my main thing here is always going to be directly out of college. So 21, 22, so like 8-10 years ago. Do you still do this, or is this a thing you did this one time? Don't know. He does have a TikTok, which I find red flaggy a little bit. I guess he started a TikTok after he got, he started a TikTok. And one of his little TikToks, we'll take a look at this because I find this one wild. So as you can see, his first TikTok is him being on the show. And he says, people assuming I'll be a villain on Love is Blind because I look like a villain. Trying a little way too hard to try to be something. So I hope he doesn't make it, and I just hope he falls off because that's so lame. So lame. Oh, and he did do a Instagram cleanup because his most photo is from April 6th of 2023. So he is, and he has talent management now. Trevor has talent management. Ooh, Trevor, please don't make this show. Please let me never have to know your name ever again. I would love that. Drake, video producer. Drake is keeping his eyes and heart open in the pause to find a partner who believes that every day has potential to be the best day ever. Okay. As a video producer, it's paramount. Does he work for Paramount? That Drake ends up with someone who appreciates and accept his creativity, which is a bedrock of his personality. Okay, fine. I'm looking for someone who's not going through the motions but wants to build something very special together. I think your odds are good. He says at this point in his life, Drake says he's put in... Okay, so it's hard to read these, but I think these are very poorly written. I think one of the creators that I'm also this like recaps Queenie. She's like saying like, oh, I was like reading them. People were making fun of how I was reading them. No, the grammar on these are trash. At this point in his life, comma, Drake says he's put in the time and energy to work on himself to better understand what he wants in a partner. It just does not flow naturally. It's not how people talk or think. That's why I don't think any of them wrote these. I'm ready to find love now because I love myself, he says. But why does he keep saying he says? Like, we know that's what he's saying. He only asks that others be respectful of his time because flaking on plans or constantly rescheduling is a red flag. Okay, fine, Drake. 1,800 followers on Instagram, does have in his bio, lives in Charlotte and Miami though. So he's in both locations. Don't love that. Don't love that. Did not do an Instagram cleanup, so not a red flag there. Does have a website though. Does have a website, so that's a little bit of a red flag. TikTok, 50 followers. He's been trying to be a little influencer. Okay, so not too much hope there. Ariel, 32, mortgage broker. Rumor has it Ariel's a huge Adele stan. He's looking forward to rolling in the deep. Okay. His favorite song is actually Water on the Bridge. Nice song once he enters the pods. He's searching for a love for the ages and experiment now that he's getting settled both professionally and financially. I'm at a point in my life where I'm getting ready to take the next step. I've always wanted a family, and I think now's a good time to start that beginning process. And while he's serious about finding a partner, Ariel knows that my joking around more often than not gets on a lot of people's nerves. So he's hoping to meet a hardworking, dedicated, and overall just and easygoing and funny woman who, much like his favorite singer, doesn't currently smoke cigarettes. It's actually funny. Okay, Ariel. All right, let's look at your little TikTok. Oh, no TikTok, just an Instagram. Licensed mortgage loan originator. Okay. Different than a mortgage broker, but we'll let it go. We'll let it go. He is licensed in 5 different states. He did do an Instagram cleanup or does not post a lot. 2019. Okay, doesn't post a lot. Actually, major green flag. Does not post on Instagram a lot. Did seem to do a video. Don't love that. Don't love that. Seems average. I do not know what this video is here. A little sus, very sus, lots of susness. Why did he? Okay, no, this was a red flag. This video right here is a red flag. Was this like a okay. I cannot figure out for the life of me what the point of. Okay. So this was his video to advertise his loan business, his mortgage business. Wild. That was a huge red flag, but otherwise, I think we're okay. That was crazy, bro. Jeremy, intralogistics. Jeremy says he has 2 speeds, couch potato and doing something outdoorsy. He's looking for a partner who can match his energy on both fronts and hopes in building a full life together someday. Hoping to forge a life-changing connection. Okay, a deal breaker for me is a relationship with someone who's just not genuine. Okay, again, they're always, I can't get anything from that. All right, so let's get his Instagram. 771 followers. Okay, does have that he's on season 6 linked. He might have done a cleanup, maybe not. His oldest video is from 2014. Does marathons. Very outdoorsy guy. We'll see. I don't have any hopes for him either way. Dion, 27, software consultant. Dion said his love story soundtrack would be an early 2000s R&B song as a DJ in his off hours. Dion has always invested in his passion for music and he loves to duet with the woman of his dreams. Okay, so we have a karaoke girl. I think it was Amy was the karaoke girl. He's seeking something beyond a physical connection now, like having a best friend. Okay, that's the whole point of the show. Seems fine. Instagram 2,900. That's a lot that we have. Software account manager. Oh, He has an affiliate link in his bio. Why is he have an affiliate link in his bio or the FAQ? That's so weird. I'd hope for you, Dion, but that's like a no for me. Okay, but you're trying to get the whole photo shoot for yourself in 2020. I don't know. Like, it's just so hard nowadays because like we want you to like do your thing and stuff after dark. Who's this woman? Maybe it's just like he's modeling. I was trying to model. Yeah, don't love this. Yeah, he has not done a cleanup on his, but he also hasn't posted a lot since 2021. So maybe he's trying to see more organic. I can't wait to find my partner dancing. Okay, Dion, let's see how things go for you. Ben, cloud solutions architect. Ben's been pretty at peace over the past few years, enjoying the freedom to do whatever he wants, be it swing dancing, Muay Thai, boxing, or solo cooking, but he's ready to risk it all with an actual connection partner. You can't experience true joy. In the pods, he's hoping to come across that once in a lifetime kind of chemistry that will push him to open up and let his guard down. I want someone to add value to my world and add value to my peace. Fine, Ben. I don't hate you. You seem like someone that could be chosen. Cloud Solutions Architect, 1,000 followers, has not included in his linked bio that he wants to be or that he's on this season, which I think is always a green flag. Outdoors, a little stylized photo wise, honestly, which I don't love, but we keep it pushing. Like, what is this? This is where he's working from home, I guess. This is his work from home life, is like these things. It's our last one. Thank goodness, guys. I'm getting tired. Okay, Johnny, 28, account executive. He's our last one. Johnny has tried to find the one through dating apps and grocery stores, and yes, even on blind dates. So Johnny's done the gamut. Johnny has done all the things that we keep saying to try. He's tried it. It has failed. He's like, let's try something new. But he's had trouble forming any connections beyond surface level, so he's looking at Love is Blind to tune out all the distractions and dig deep. Independent woman, please come to the front. We got tons of those for you, Johnny. Guess what's why you're here. Johnny's attracted to people who stand on their own 2 feet. He's also hoping his forever partner will join him on the slope. He's an avid snowboarder who hits the mountains almost every weekend. Gosh. Johnny, 1,300 followers, 29 posts. Okay, yes, he is skiing. He told us about that. So yes, he is out skiing. Cute, perfect. Weddings, family. It seems normal. Otis posted in 2014, so he doesn't post, or he has done his little Instagram cleanup. Doesn't seem like it too much. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed like my first impressions of the whole all 30 of them cast. I will put in the bio like which of the people I think are going to be on the main show, and also maybe there's the pairs just for funsies, just for shits and giggles. I'm so excited for Love is Blind to be back, but it honestly feels a little targeted towards single people. That's released on the 14th. When's Valentine? 14th. But I'll be watching it. I will record it that week and then we'll release it, and I will see you guys the 18th. We'll see how things go. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. And this is quite a long one. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you like the content from me, and let me know your comments down below. What do you think of all these people? Are they crazy or insane? Why is everyone for Jesus? Everyone's for Jesus and someone who is strong-willed, self-sufficient, and for the faith of one's kids. Like, to me, these seems like very easy things to hit, but if these are what they're looking for, it's what they're looking for. So go off, sis. All right, again, I'm Kaya, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.